Hello and welcome to Starfield 2026. This is a New Game Plus playthrough, so there will be spoilers. That includes in the loading screens. You've been warned. So we're doing the UC quest line, and we are up to the quest called Hostile Intelligence. Oh, and we have located Hadrian's research team, and we have brought back Kaiser, the robot, and now she wants to show me some stuff.
You remember that creature we talked about before you went to Nira? The thing that eats terramorphs, the Asyles? Apparently, they were bloodhounds for terramorphs. But when the UC ran low on synthetic foods during the Colony War, the Asyles were chosen to fill in the gaps. We thought they were harvested to extinction. But in the data, the research team found the location of a few remaining specimens. As you can see, what we're proposing is bringing them back. We'd breed populations of them, distribute them to human worlds, and then let nature take its course, using a method that thousands of years of adaptation have already perfected. We could speed up their breeding process using some of the same technologies that were used to create me. We even think that with some time and investigation, we could use the Asyles' hunting skills to track down the terramorph transmission method at long last. Find out how humanity spread them and put an end to the terramorph problem definitively. I really think it could. Now, there is another option for removing the terramorphs from our worlds. It's faster, maybe even more efficient, but riskier. A microbe. Something we could aerosolize, let spread, and have it clean up anything with terramorph DNA for us, which would include morphs, and we expect their transmission method. It'd still take time to build, test, and distribute, but no other method could hold a candle to it when it comes to sheer efficiency. Not even the Asyles. Percival assures me that they're minimal. He'll be able to encode safeguards against mutation in the agent's genetics, so that they stick to the task of cleaning up terramorphs. But the microscopic world has a tendency to behave in ways you can't always predict. So to say there's zero risk would be a lie. Well, so that's tricky. Both plans are going to take major investments in time and resources. We're talking years of work, not to mention some highly specialized materials. Terramorph cell lines we can breed quickly and consistently to test on. Asyles gene samples we can use to rebuild their bloodlines. Or sharpen our microbes' tracking skills. Not the sort of things any labs just got lying around. But we think we found a lead. One place in the known galaxy where we know we should be able to find all the materials we need. All paths lead to Londinion.
Hey, Londinion it is.
Exactly what I was hoping to hear. Now, the UC has a small operating base on Londinion's outskirts. We're cleared for access, but we'll need to check in with the base commander, Sarah Hatoum, when we touch down. I'm gonna help Percival and Kaiser prep, but once that's done, we'll rendezvous with you there. But you need to know, Londinion? It belongs to the terramorphs. They'll have anti-Xeno gear for us at the base, but I'd make sure you've got your favorite arms on hand.
Hey, so there's a guy here that can sell me stuff. I don't guess he'll have any. You think it's actually an upgrade, but I can always grab the ammo.
Security for this facility.
Oh, this goddamn planet. You romanticize a place when you're away from it for long enough. but I forgot what a dust-crusted pit Mars can be. Now you, what do you need?
He's a whiny little bitch.
Oh, that's you then. I was informed we might be working together. Don't much care for Vanguard. It sounds like you two really got into the thick of it back in New Atlantis. My sister's kids live in the city, so, thank you for what you did there. Yeah, they both came through okay. One science division, other's an artist. Effectively useless human beings that would have had no reason to be anywhere near the fighting. Still, would hate to see anything happen to them. Now, what was it you needed? No more reliable hardware in the galaxy.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Nothing here is really calling to me. Let's see. What am I short on ammo? What I did there was I sorted the ammunition by how many I had, and then other things were, they have some and I'm low on those. Okay. They keep sending me out that way. Oh, that's the correct way this time. Okay. I may be able to just fast travel from here. There we go.
Say the word, and we shall be on our way.
This world is off limits. You are advised to jump to safe harbor immediately.
Keep trying to move my mouse to go do something.
Let me check my logs. All right, you can proceed. We'll let them know you're on your way down.
Okay, so, I do need to do something with my mouse for a moment. And it's not going to let me.
Starting landing procedure.
There. There's a small misconfiguration in the audio. May or may not have been causing problems. Oh, Andreja, what weapon are you carrying?
My day is suddenly... I have never been one to shy away from shouldering my share of a heavy load.
Okay, so you've got a whole bunch of weapons available to you. I'm going to have you use the mag shot. Oh, when I switched to my non-lethal weapon, so did she. When I switched away from it, I guess she just went back to her default.
You! Inside the barriers! Double time!
Okay, so weapons 4 and 5 are the Matrix units. Not gonna loot the heck out of this place as I go. Photo mode.
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume. Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser. Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the fringe to get assigned a task like this. Ah, then this must be the rest of your outfit.
Commander Hadrian,
No need for introductions, Major Sinon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you, as does the urgency of your mission, so I'll get to it. Now, Londinion is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when Major Sinon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there. Except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming. Do we understand each other? Precisely. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just outside. And I do believe there's someone waiting for you there, Captain. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches. Though I can't guarantee it won't contain anything else. I hope you all find what you're looking for out there. Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done and get the hell out of here.
Percival will be scanning the city for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll transmit the coordinates to us out in the field. All right. Head over to the armory and gear up. Once you're done, we'll meet by the entrance to the city.
Okay. Not sure whether that's better than what I've got or not, but it's pretty nice.
Heard you're going out the...
You match our description. The Vanguard captain? The cabinet wanted you to have something. Make sure you had the best tools for the task at hand. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Pix 989 microgun. Okay, so basically this is one of those situations where they throw a whole lot of equipment at you because they expect you'll need it. Yes, that is an anti-Xeno spacesuit. Let's not unlock these.
Can't chat right now. Give him one for me, all right?
Okay. Anything upstairs? Some stuff over here.
Transfers complete. Those codes will allow you to temporarily... Systems should shut them.
Okay, so weapon check. Highest DPS weapon is in fact Elegance. We will not be using it. So those two are on favorites. The Kodama's on a favorite. Okay, so the new microgun's down here. It's not bad, but okay. Spacesuit. they gave us is this new one. The interesting thing is, well, the anti-Xeno stuff. This one's Sentinel, Automedic, and Beast Hunter. Good idea to actually use all this stuff. There's me and my anti-Xeno gear.
All set on your gear? Are you ready to do this?
I think so.
Then let's get this show on the road. Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
I am ready. Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud.
What about?
You're a riot robot.
Kaiser, kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
Alright. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A Sealy's. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
I see it with my own eyes. It is still hard to believe.
Clean them out and keep an eye out for the morph patrolling them.
Be advised. Possible threats detected.
Do the best you can do.
Okay, so we now have 3 contacts left on clearing the area.
Looks like the last of them. No sign of the morph, though.
Your shipping yard's just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Close enough for you to dial in the location of...
I have a lock here. Can guess on this a little bit. Let's see here.
Those samples
Easy.
in here?
Yes, they're faint, but I'm detecting multiple valid signatures.
have restored power to the containers.
Jackpot. Get down there and collect as many as you can.
Okay, so this room has been looted. I really have to set stuff up so I can... Why no terror morph?
Hostile detected.
Open fire!
One down. That looks like a terramorph.
Probable threat detected.
Cloaked, huh? I can see it though. Anybody else? Gene sample. Two. Did not pick up anything on my sense star stuff, so I figured we're probably out of terramorphs. And you're inside there.
All Asili's samples collected.
All right. Now hand those over to Kaiser, and let's get out of here.
Where are you going, Kaiser?
Samples secure.
Nice work. Now,
Deal with the frostbite
earlier
once we get
scan
out
picked
of
up
the
a
weather
valid
here.
terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
I am not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where I'm standing.
Then we've got our answer.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Okay.
Kaiser, this flora, This is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinion. A real marvel. These leeches. What's keeping you things going? Love to meet the person who taught you to do that. I'm glad it is in your hands. What's that? My God, look at it. A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only. What's happening?
A few pictures of this. He's ugly. He puts the ugg in ugly.
The heat leeches are terramorphs.
But heat leeches infest every settlement, every corner of the settled systems. That means that every single one... Oh no.
You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how terramorphs move between planets. Pretty major is right. But if what we just saw, if that's possible, the Lazarus plant, it's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis. Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, could someone have set that up? But first, you'd have to know the truth about all this.
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it.
We may proceed.
Go!
Initiating targeting.
He's a small one.
All right, let's get to the bottom of Percival. Kaiser's got the cell data from the New Atlantis and
No
Hadrian.
hostiles detected by
Uploading them
new range
myself.
sensors.
Let Kaiser take a look at that sample.
Beginning analysis. It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's... no... way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here? Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus plant in action and used it to trigger the attacks.
I wonder where they could have gotten such an idea, deploying alien life forms as weapons.
I wouldn't be shocked to find out our team, in part, inspired the approach, but our group never dealt with something that could have an effect like this. Makes some sense, actually. Tau Ceti was likely their first test, someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one, it couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the terramorphs. These attacks, I think someone planned them to set all this in motion. They certainly were. But having this answer, well, it raises a couple big questions. Who could pull something like this off? And why?
Let's save the discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe's closest equivalent to hell frozen over. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more terramorph attacks, human cause or otherwise, we need that final sample.
Roger that. Kaiser, get us into the spaceport?
The entrance is this way. I am unable to provide sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that.
So, more emergency power. Frostbite became worse.
You may proceed.
Okay, I better do something about that. Looking for something that has the frostbite icon. The antibiotic base, that'll do. Store power. There we go.
Oh, there's the control panel. Still looks operable. Of all the things to survive.
Reactivated. Error. Control system reboot required.
And we do that. Ah, Captain. I think I see it.
Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic. Diagnostic complete. Multiple systems unavailable. Warning. Priority safety concern detected. Exterior hatch power restored.
Back.
Just kind of puttering along. This is going to be on the inside with a singleton, and the outside has there and double. Oh, that's not a singleton. Oh, I couldn't see that. So that gets us a negotiator.
Let us see what was being protected.
Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Sanon, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral! It just transformed.
Hmm.
An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties, yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk.
Andreja, why do you have to stand between me and the recording I'm trying to grab?
Hey, Victus. He destroyed this place. Killed these people to keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the Terramorphs and all this a secret. Didn't he? He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. Condemned this whole city to death. He's
No, this was so much worse than that. He is a monster.
Yes. Exactly what we all thought he was. But if the plant was used to trigger the attacks, could Faye Victus have been involved in the massacre on New Atlantis? Good point. Deal with one monster at a time. Let's go get that final sample.
Okay, returning to Kaiser.
Kaiser, try it now.
Guys, your sample, it moved.
And we have more frostbite.
I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That doesn't sound good. Eyes peeled.
Now there's stuff you can do down here during the fight that's strategic, but at the level of difficulty we're at with the powers we've got, I am just going to focus down the boss. In fact, we don't need to stealth at all.
That is the sample? Now, collect.
That thing is putting out some kind of steam. Raiders lighten up. I think you're due for some company.
Oh, they're gonna kill us. Please, help.
That thing is huge.
The signal that thing's putting out to call in those creatures, I think I can nullify it. I'm gonna need some help.
There it is! Open fire! Fire!
There should be some radar equipment powered up down from.
That's doing
Get
some
those on.
damage.
I'll relay my signal through there.
Can't really tell what's doing the best damage on him. These guys are nice and steady. Woohoo! Now, during all of that,
They're not coming after us. I guess we should grab that sample while we can.
yep. So during that, we would have been attacked by a bunch of thralls, which I
Just
kind of
stash
ignored.
that sample with Kaiser and we're done.
And then there was a set of DDoS that came up with places we could go that would put out a signal that would interfere with the thralls. Apparently my companions were busy killing thralls for me.
Final sample secured.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
Turn to forward base 441. And all the thralls are, at this point, passive, heading back to wherever they hang out normally. Kind of coming in the back way, aren't we? Well, you know, we could have come around this way instead of going through the heating tunnels. But then we wouldn't have found out about terramorphs now, would we?
Look at all of you. Back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion. Ah, this place for 'em. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Vay Victus knew about this damn plant?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond.
It's
you need
a
to
bit
know.
more complicated than that.
I'm sorry, what? She's pulling my leg, right? Hadrian?
I don't believe she is.
So that means we have a suspect.
I believe that's exactly what that means. Look, Captain. Percival and I, we need to get these samples back to the lab. Ensure we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the terramorphs. but Ve Victus is the only solid lead we've got on the attacks. Since you're the only one who knows where he is, can you speak to him? See if you can get him to cough up anything he might know. Good. We'll all meet back at Mast, outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to know everything we've uncovered here. Best of luck, Captain. And thank you for dealing with him.
And that wraps up Hostile Intelligence. And we will be back with a Legacy Force forged in the next one. I will see you then.